And welcome back. We're going to where we left off last time in Steel Land at the bottom of round 239 in Shadow Empire, where you have 6 decisions. And we just finished Serpentization, so that's potentially a good source of power. There's the commercial project. That's fine. Eco. This is probably a good time to go ahead and pick up automated logistics. Maybe the electric engines. Electric powered tanks wouldn't be too bad. Slave Trader has actually popped up for us. So we'll buy its population. Auction. We do want to buy. I am actually going to splurge and say like a 9,000 bed.
Roger that. Roger that.
And then we got a decent amount of metal, so we'll sell the metal and get money that way.
Affirmative.
Okay, so because we fixed getting petrol out to the... Of course, we moved the air fleet across, and the air fleet wanted fuel to do the move, and oh dear. Yeah, so planes. Planes eat all the fuel. We're on air bridge. So you're telling me you can't air bridge because you don't have petrol, but okay. Yeah, we'll just move those guys. So now they're at least not air bridging anymore, that should help with the petrol. Getting out to the zones, because we're going to have a turn of petrol working and turn of petrol not working. Okay, those constructions are done. Should help with the quality of life in that zone. And apparently the nomads that we've left encircled for extended periods of time are just starving to death. It's a bit morbid. Yep, that is allowing us to slowly acquire a little bit more territory from them. Yeah, we should now have 2 maritime contracts going across from there to there. Oh wait, so to increase the capacity on that route, I need to expand the dock over here. So that's what we'll do. We'll start queuing up that dock expansion. Once the dock expansion is complete, we should be able to bring over the professional army to actually deal with the nomads. Hopefully the petrol situation, because I've now stopped all the air bridging and all the air moving, hopefully will fix next turn. Hopefully. If I say that enough times, maybe it'll actually work. Private investments in this zone. And this zone. I didn't want product spectrum push, I wanted private investment. Why did you change what you were on? Well, we knew there was nothing to prospect there, so we found nothing. That's fair. Okay, this zone might be in a place where if it asks again to go up to 5, I might let it go up to 5. I don't think we'll get another slave trade, because we... Oh, no, we can call the slave trade up again, apparently, even though he showed up asking us if we wanted to buy.
Yes, sir.
Unless we've got 2 slave traders.
Standing by.
And what was the... Decision archive. Slave trader Dionysus Ocean. Slave trader in... Oh, there's now one in Ripple Point as well. So there's a second one over here.
Standing by.
Not that I can talk to him, because we talked to him already. Next turn we'll be able to talk to him. To accelerate the acquisition of people. Let's call you up. Or actually, not call you up. Let's track card your zone. And give to the population nearly 500 at a time.
Order received.
And we just had the 1,500? Just had the 1,500, okay. Commercial project in that zone. I suppose I don't really want worker privileges, so maybe worker privileges. For Labor Day?
Roger that.
Yeah, that's a decent amount. We need security. We could up the security there. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and play. No, I'm out of fate points. I'm gotta stop trying to spend stuff you don't have. Doesn't usually work. So we're gonna have a turn where the supplies are down again, so we'll just cycle the turn. We'll also have to cycle 2 turns, and then we'll look at how the construction's going. But yeah, we're gonna be growing 4,000 population or so a turn from here on out for a while, if I can remember to build slave traders. We'll just have to be a little careful with them pissing off the zones. Oh, and someone went even higher. Well, we got our money back, at least. Well, let's try to get government up. We might get government at 40. You want Minos to level 5? So everything is 250 or above, so I will accept in this case.
Yes, sir.
That does now mean that Minos is probably one of the higher level cities that we've got. So it does actually make sense to maybe start building some industry over here. Or, well, we gotta wait until next turn before we're allowed to expand the... Oh, we're not allowed to expand the power plant, because the power plant is currently being expanded, or the solar panel is currently being expanded. Okay. So yeah, logistics is pretty bad for a turn. We'll just let it be bad for a turn, because we know what caused it, because... It's because we moved the air fleet. So the air fleet went and said, I want 15,000 fuel times 3, which is the entire fuel stockpile for a turn. Yeah, it'll fix itself. It's just, it's a pain in the meantime. Incredibly pain in the meantime. Anyway, so we got more nomads encircled, slowly squeezing up the path. Apparently, if you leave them encircled, I think the nomad HQ is technically here, right? So you leave them encircled in a way where they don't have access back to there. Apparently, they do slowly starve out. And we're out of power. Who would have guessed we're out of power? Construction-wise... Okay, we're getting most of our stuff done at this point, because I've not been adding new things queued. The port's delayed because we don't have logistics to it. Solar power field is delayed because you don't have logistics to it. Minos needs rare earth metals deployed to expand it. That's the same. Okay, so the only thing that's being completely worked on is the airbase, which, if everything goes well, we'll finish next turn. We won't use it because we don't have the petrol to use it, which is a different problem, but capital-wise, let's do something to get more petrol. Wait, you're saying I have no logistics in the capital? Well, that's a sign. Okay, we're just going to cycle the turn. We're going to cycle the turn, hopefully that fixes itself. It should. Okay, back to us on Steel Land. We have 7 decisions. Another auction has started. Okay, and things got supplied, so supplies are going out. Let's not break it again. Hopefully. Let's not break it again. Assets here are suffering hiring issues. The zone qual was too low. Okay, so let's zone happiness a bit if we can. Worker villages wouldn't be the worst choice.
Roger that.
And give some to the populace.
Order received.
+1. Great job. Sarcastically, I say.
Affirmative. Copy that.
Okay. Probably do want siege infantry, so we'll pick up siege infantry. We really want the motorized version of it, but... Investigate into who is directing the harassment. Critical success. Here's the auction. We do want to invest pretty heavily in this auction. Would like to have
Roger that.
that. Sure.
Order received. Order received.
Okay, let's not gonna worry too much about fiddling with this for the moment because we need everything sort of recalculate and ship as needed across the main island. Construction-wise, hopefully we're able to construct on the capital again. So solar field in Minos finished. We should go ahead and continue that expansion. Airbase in Monkron finished. Stuff in the capital is proceeding at speed, so the port will finish next turn. Solar panel will take 2. Port in Nesselhaven will take 4. Okay. So this solar panel wants a expansion.
Yes, sir.
And if we can, we should be able to afford it. Let's, because we do have some concerns about power, let's expand, let's build a serpentization plant here.
Order received.
Anyway, the petrol apparently is stable and rising. So we'll see if we can get it up to full. I suppose Oil price has come down, as would be expected from us selling it, so let's not try that right now. You might, and this might cause some problems. Let's go ahead and try raising the tax.
Order received. Affirmative.
I'll try to meet the CEO. Okay, let's cycle again. Let's see if we actually get that share. Alien, or the squids in the ocean sailing back off away, which is fine. Still around. 242, 8 decisions. New zoo project.
Roger that.
Meeting the CEO. We are going to raise the corporate tax again.
Order received.
Your money is
Roger
my
that.
money. More decisions, fine. Applied science.
Affirmative.
Let's develop. No, we got already a tank. Okay, let's. I don't think that's actually anything I want to do right now, so we'll do no new orders. You. Protest against high income tax. Okay, so we'll have to drop the taxes again. Otherwise, our money's going to come go right back out.
Yes, sir.
Calm the prices down by negotiating with them. Reduces demand but light years. Okay. So the income tax was a bad idea. Let's go ahead and lower the income tax. We'll turn around and raise this hills tax though. Or do I not have a lower income tax? That might be a little bit of an issue. So there's our increase. It's not what we want to do. We want to lower it right now. There it is. Income tax. Okay, so we'll lower the income tax so they stop complaining. Because I don't think all our gunners are good enough to not have the locals be particularly angry that we're taxing them.
Yes, sir. We definitely
There's guys there.
Run! Run! Run!
So, construction-wise, we are awaiting port in the capital finish. Good. Solar panels are proceeding. Suburbanization is proceeding. The port over here is being mitigated by the shortage of labor. So if we can get some colonists over there, we can solve that way. And we send our... okay, we don't have no logistics in the colonists, so the colonists can't go over at this time. You've got enough workers. You've got enough workers. You are still struggling with workers. So we can send you colonists, and we can. Send them some workers.
Understood.
That will help there. You have the ability to interact with the slave trader. And we'll buy 200 population. We did successfully get the the share, which is why we're so low on money. Metal is less of an issue, so I'm going to sell a bunch of metal off, generate some revenue. So we can buy people.
Standing by. Roger that.
Buy human souls. Basically.
Roger that.
More human souls. Quality is up at 77, so that's good. Quality is 95. Your quality is going up as well, so you should start having people not bleed away anymore. And okay, we're having a little bit of logistic issues out on this island. And the roads probably helped. How much of this is the roads and how much of this is logistical issues we had around the capital, I'm not sure. So we check the SHQ. Yeah, you received 43,000 of the 200-something thousand worth of stuff that needed to be shipped there. Does explain why not everything is getting to where we want it to. There does appear to be mostly shipping lanes that are being the issue. So if we go over to Maritime Trade House contracts, are they all running at speed? The answer does appear to be no. Port points at 62.42. Okay, so you're still saying that the capital is being the port point issue on that one. Oh no, the route's having... No, we're still... Psycho, they were lending the forest, so that's specifically their issue. 300 something points for 900 logistic points of usage. Okay. To be fair, I think we just finished the port. Yeah, we just finished the port. So the jump from 400 to 800 hasn't kicked in yet, so we should wait more time before we start being paranoid about that not being enough. And maybe it was, because we got 500 colonists across, so we'll see if we get more colonists across. And your qual is going up. Qual above 50, qual above 50, qual above 50. You're at 95, so that's good. 72, 55, 57, yeah. You're a little low, so you might actually be the one we want to poke next. On, though your power problems, apparently. You're having power problems. We'll see if that clears up. Because power problems might just be throttling from the route. And victory-wise, we are moving towards victory. We're up at 32.3%. So we are the quickest growing of all of the nations. They're combined about 28%. So, all the majors, besides the first placer, makes up 50% of the victory score. First placer makes up 35%. So there's actually about 15% unclaimed right now. Of which this island might be a good chunk of it. I wouldn't actually be surprised if the aliens are a good chunk of it. So thinking of it potentially being the aliens. Let's Xeno Diplomat both. All three aliens, or the two aliens.
Roger that. Roger that.
Because if we can get their territory is not going to be the best located territory, but it's territory. And apparently that is potentially most of the missing victory points, not currently controlled by a major. And as far as I know, the AI does not make plays on the Xenos yet. So unless they RNG into a war with the Xenos, they just kind of leave the Xenos be. They don't take proactive work on trying to integrate them, and they don't take proactive work on trying to annex them, so they just kind of leave them be. So I hope everyone is enjoying the stream. We're making progress. And really, as is often the case with this game, the interest in the game is, from my perspective, apparently is almost always the logistics. It's how do you deal with the problem that is the logistics. Oh, that's good to see. We actually completed our 2 demands. Alright, so we'll poke them in a bit. Port is presumably still expanding at the rate that the workers can handle it. Now I'm doing 1 helicopter engines. Probably just want jet engine efficiency at this point. Yeah, we want jet engine efficiency. We want the engines to be more efficient.
Yes, sir.
So they go farther and or consume less fuel.
Yes. Yes.
Another auction. The minimum bid is that much. Okay, I would like to
Roger that.
be involved
Roger
in
that.
that auction. Put a sizable bid forward.
Affirmative.
How plausible is it to get more money? Oh, if we sell machines, we can sell a bunch of machines off. So we'll sell a bunch of machines off. Still only willing to go up to like 8,000.
Roger that.
We'll probably lose that bet and get our 8,000 back, to be fair. Okay, we'll call you up, call the slave trader by the population. And pop over here, call you up, call your slave trader up by that population. Yeah, no more we can push up here, at least not until these pockets self-clear from encirclement, or until we get the port so we can bring more troops over. You're struggling a little bit. Apparently mostly with power. No, you're supposedly getting all your power. Why are we... You're only getting 82% of the production for whatever reason, so you're only getting 82% of your power, probably. So not enough's being shipped in. Yeah, 61's requested, 37 was sent. So we're probably having shipping issues with the power. So we're overwhelming the boat line. And the trucks aren't enough to take up the slack. So we're going to expand the truck station. We're going to look at the construction, see how the construction's going. Capital isn't suffering any delays. Solar power is. Why was the solar power suffering a delay? Just bad roll in the production? Yeah, okay. Truck station's new. Port is delayed due to a shortage of workers. Okay. Let's check the Maritime contracts. And why are we taking limits? Target. Target. So all these are saying target, so I think it's the target side, not The capital port side. So I'd be saying it's this side. 0920 on the route over from Dahlia Bay to Sego. Yeah, so that makes sense. The target is an issue there, so we can build up that port. That would help.
Yes.
Over here, we have a port that's providing 180. There. And we have up to 250 coming through, so the receiving port is the limitation. Yeah, okay, so let's expand that port.
Roger that.
Over here, we got 980, which this is there. So apparently it shouldn't be the port, though it's saying it is the port. Yeah, so ideal logistic points would be 1,000. This should, in theory, support 1,000, but let's go ahead and upgrade it anyway. If it is still a problem after that one, it's the capital. We're already working on Copenhagen. So then the only question is, do we want to upgrade the port one as the capital port as well? That would be upgrading it to the last possible level, which I suppose we might as well do. That'll take a long time. We'll see if everything still works in the capital. Investment there. Private investment there. Private investment in the capital. And one last private investment. We'll do it here. Bunch of credits inserted. We'll see if we get our share on the next turn. Yeah. And if we don't, then we get a bunch of money back. Oh, I'm not sure if we might have not bought slaves on that turn. Whoops. Got some wild sea beasts going up the middle there. Just a little threatening. Still around 244, we have 5 decisions. We discovered minor ruralization, that's good. Got on the militia project. And it has been returned to us because we were outbid by 100 something. Okay. Let's see. Execute a relative. No.
Roger.
You want it to go up to 75? We'll try. We do meritocracy when we can.
Copy that.
So it's a bit out of my hands, to be fair. New governor for Limtop. So we can get a 17 with a cap 3. 8 with the cap 3. 12 with the cap 4. Probably leaning towards that 12 with the cap 4. Yeah, let's go with the 12 with the cap 4. Already got some leadership, already got some oratory, got some resist influence, yeah.
Understood.
Anyway, just in case he tries to come ashore, we can be prepared for him. Construction-wise, some of those docks are probably delayed due to having requirements for lots of workers. Yeah, so you're delayed probably due to worker hiring. Yep. Delayed due to worker hiring. A little bit due to worker hiring, but not by much. If it continues at the current rate, we should hopefully roll a success and get the serpentization plant done. Just give us more power. Ports are fine. Solar field is fine. No delays there. Everyone pile in on the sea creature.
Yes, sir. We're going in.
Sea creature dealt with. It does allow us to project power a little bit farther north. Into the Nomad territory. And yeah, waiting for those ports to complete, and they're going to stress the lines more because of all the metal that needs to fly through them while they're doing that. Yeah, let's go ahead and call up slave traders.
Yes, sir.
We're getting to Falmouth, and we're getting to Collins. So we're basically negating the migration away by acquiring slaves. Okay.
Standing by. Roger that. Roger that.
I may regret calling up the
Standing by.
mainframe. Let's say
Roger
hi to the
that.
mainframe. Talk to him, difficulty 4. Yep, just talk to him.
Roger that.
So we just got robotic soldier. Discovered robotic soldier. Okay, we're not gonna chase for that, but that's something we can grab at some point. So those robotic soldiers would function for our purposes very similarly to the Xeno troops, in that they wouldn't require supplies. Well, as you say, it wasn't technically a free tech, it was a free discovery. So a tech that we would not otherwise be able to research, we can now start researching. The proverbial, the mainframe AI gave us the blueprints, so we just have to figure out what the language the blueprints are in to start doing the thing. It's not quite as easy as free tech, but pretty darn close.
Roger that. Roger that.
Yeah, we definitely got most of the people on the planet, so we just need more planet. Let's cycle the turn. Looking at the time, this is probably where I should go ahead and put a part break in. So if you're watching YouTube, I think there will be one more part I'm going to record in this recording session, so there should be a part up tomorrow. That combined with the fact that I'm recorded ahead means I should get around to recording more parts before you're even seeing this video, so... The only reason there wouldn't be... Well, there will be another part tomorrow because we're going to record another part today. The only reason there wouldn't necessarily be more parts for the next couple days is if we win. Which is plausible to do in this sitting. If we inherited both the Xeno groups and finished the Nomads off and negotiated a victory pact with the commune, I think that would probably get us there. But while that may happen, I don't think that's going to happen the next part. So I hope everyone has been enjoying. If you're interested in seeing more, there should be more up tomorrow on YouTube, or if you're on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break and be right back to recording. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.